Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And, well, this is kind of some news from the AM Vet meeting that Trump had, or rally, whatever you want to call it, right? And I'm starting to see stuff, right, in policy. Let's talk policy, right? And really, the thing again that really got me to thinking about where we are, especially as Afro people in this community that we live with black people. Because, after we find out that we're not black like a color, you have some people that want to ride or die with being a color. Don't want to research to figure out that we are something more than just a color. We're Afro and indigenous at the same time. All right? The Afro people, the people that can grow afros. All right? And so one of the things that really shocks me and say that this country is going to hell in a handbasket is, again, I go to the office at my where I live. Black woman there tells me that she don't care what evidence says, especially about Trump. If the media makes her H8 this dude, that's what she's going to do. In other words, she don't look into the deeds of anybody. She goes by her feelings. Do you know, brothers, who they did this to first? So if she feels that way about Trump, then she definitely feels that way about me. And if I have a thought that is different from hers, like if I don't do what she want me to do, y'all know this is what it is. In our community, these women will stop you from working. They will harass you. They will out and outright commit violence against you if you disagree with them, even with their track record of destruction of the community being so great when you look at it statistically. All right? So, as you look into it, as you really look into it, you are starting to find out that this is the first, for real, the first president that through policy actually really care about particular groups of people that both the Republicans and the Democrats toss to the side time and time again. Oh, yes, they'll come up and mention them during elections. Every once in a while, they'll shake hands with them, right? But this guy is helping people who would not necessarily vote for him. You know, the new prison bill that he signed. We'll get to that in a minute. These are people that wouldn't vote for him. All right. So as we get into this, let me greet everybody real quick. Havorn hardu gudag olo oite de bang, pasas los bonjour mes amis. Kedu bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ma. Sani bonani. Jumbo baragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right. This dude is affecting change with policy. Now, let me make this clear. He's doing a lot of this by executive order. Why? Because the Democrats are blocking all of this stuff that's for the veterans, for prisoners that's been put in jail too long. The Democrats are blocking it. Why? Because politics matters more to them than the lives of the people that are citizens. Wait a minute. That means the lives of anyone illegal is more important to the Democrats than the lives of the citizens that they whose vote they want. Think about that for a second. But while you do that, let me remind you this. Let's get those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. All right. My PayPal me link will be in the description box. And donations are kind of needed. With this channel, we decided to help out one of the schools here because, children can't start classes without shoes and stuff. So that's where I've been taking the shoes. And I think I might have overdid it because then I took some over there that should have gone to Brazil. That's okay. I'll get those again. But anyway, if you want to help this channel do what it does, sorry, I was just in my thoughts. If you want to help this channel do what it does, my PayPal me link is in the description box. Any amount is good. PayPal has a beginning mark of $1 at least. All right. So remember, you always take care of yourself and family first. All right. So with that out the way, don't forget thumbs up and comment because I want to hear your thoughts on this. All right. So with that out the way, let's continue. So this story comes by way of the Associated Press, the last bastion of maybe real reporters, because you're not going to find them on the network news. You're not going to find them on CNN, ABC, MSNBC, none of that. That they have become fake news and cannot be trusted at all. You have to get what the story is that they're putting out, and then you do your own research to find out the validity of it. Now you got to research the news reporters from every other news organization, to include Fox, as a result of them trying to push a political agenda. Yes, the newspapers trying to push a political agenda through lies, not reporting from a particular angle. We're talking about outright lying, meaning taking data and construing it in such a way that they take things out of context intentionally to build a lie about something by using factual data. Like they'll take Trump's tweets and take snippets from each tweet, make another paragraph of something he never said, but they're like, he said all these words like the and there's black people in it and stuff like that. And then they'll put it together to make a phrase that he never said with words that he did say. So say like you're looking at this. All right. Let's say student loans. Right. All right. Now I will look in here to see if he said the word not. All right. So he says will. He probably has not in one of his tweets. So I'll be like, student loan debt will not be forgiven. And that's how they do this. Right? But let's look at this. So student loan debt held by disabled veterans will be forgiven under order signed Wednesday by President Donald Trump. Trump said the order would direct the Department of Education to eliminate every penny of federal student loan debt owed by American veterans who are completely and permanently disabled. There is your caveat. When you can't work to make $1 million to pay off the student loan debt or ask the doctor, all right, then basically it's permanently disabled. This is for the permanently disabled. There will be no federal income tax on the forgiven debts, Trump said. He's also asking the states to waive their tax on the loans. America, he says, owes its heroes a supreme debt of gratitude. Let me explain with what the disabled, permanently disabled, means. This means that for some reasons, maybe through battle, maybe through something, but for some reason, while in the military, somebody got a condition that permanently disables them. All right. And he says these people should not pay anything because this happened while they were basically willing to risk their lives for what they believed was the good of the country. That's basically it. They were willing to risk their lives to protect what they believe is to protect the people of the country. Whether it be wrong or not in actual practice, this is the belief that many people, especially those like me that came back in after they saw the towers and felt like we were supposed to defend ourselves, understanding that we were coming in to go to battle. All right, only to find out how misguided we were after. All right, and that's me. All right, so when stuff happens, and I'm gonna point something out, people want to thumb their nose up at the people that will risk their lives for them. This is how thankless many of the people in the United States are. This is how grateful I'm starting to see that this man is. Still would never vote for him because I don't vote. Period. But you got him that the media hates and Tulsi Gabbard that the media don't like. All right. The administration says half of the roughly 50,000 disabled veterans who are qualified to have their federal student loan debt given have received the benefit because of a burdensome application process. I think they meant to say haven't. Trump issued an order during his address at the Vets Convention in Louisville and signed it afterwards. The document directs the government to develop an expedited process so that veterans can have their federal student loan debt discharged with minimal burdens. Y'all understand that? Now, I wanted to point out something. All right, anytime somebody does anything for disabled vets, you have people that feel like it's a bad move. Too many groups in America out for themselves. But this is the one group where there's nobody out for them. So they need a pack, a lobby, or something to fight for them. All right, this is the only group where they've actually done something or believed to they were willing to do for the country first, and then SH happened, right? And after the fact, they're looking for the country to help them out. Now, let me explain something to some of the people that's going to rail against this. One of the things that the Obama administration did was cause disabled vets to not get TRICARE anymore, that retired disabled vets. They get TRICARE, they still have to pay for it, but it only turned into emergency room care. Because what they did was they was slick, and this year, the 19th of January, they said that the disabled veterans were going to have to pay triple or quadruple what they normally would pay in health insurance because they were marrying TRICARE to Medicare. So the people that got hurt doing stuff or got a disease or got something doing military stuff, like cancer, black lung disease, or something like that, during the military, while they were in the military, the Obama health care plan forces them to pay triple the money that should have been due to them because they weren't getting rich, right? And that's what they did to the disabled vets. Think about this. The disabled vets has to pay now triple out of their income for health care instead of what they had to pay for TRICARE, which should have gone on for as long as they were retired. But they said, no, we're going to strip that from the people that believed that they were fighting for this country. However misguided, because we're learning that, no, we were fighting for a group of people, but they didn't, the people that we were fighting for didn't want nothing to do with the country. They wanted to line their pockets. That's what it's turning out to be. But, Trump seems to care. How sad is it that in the United States, people have a problem with the people that they expect to die for them getting a benefit because they got hurt for them permanently? How sad is that? Think about that for a second. It's really sad that we live in a country where people want somebody to endure physical harm. Understand this. For them on their behalf. But if something happens, they don't want them to get any benefits. While the same people that say that are pushing for illegal immigrants to get the benefits of those that work. Unfathomable. All right. Now, back to this woman in the office, right? Y'all remember this story, 3,100 inmates to be released, right? Now, there's over 500,000 Afro people in prison, all right? Trump implements criminal justice reform, right? To benefit the inmates. Obama, Clinton, all the rest of them, they put more people behind bars. In Clinton's case, fairly, he told the Afro people, y'all asked for this. Y'all asked us to put y'all's males, that when he said y'all, the so-called black community at the time, asked for people to put all these tougher sanctions. The Afro community, the black community asked for this. Under him, Obama, he just did what he did because he's not one of us. Remember, he's Kenyan and Caucasian. He's not a descendant of slaves, like I pointed out way back a few years ago. As he was running. All right, that's why he don't care. All right, so what is the impact of this? Oh, and it seems like everyone that the BFM despises are the ones helping solve issues with us in the Afro community without their help. See, they'll march for Pookie and Ray Ray that get gunned down by police that has done nefarious things and bad things, but when it comes to actually doing things to bring justice to people unfairly put in prisons and stuff like that, they're not marching to that. As a matter of fact, they despise all the people that are actually helping people. You know, people like Kim Kardashian. We'll get to her in a minute. But look at all these people, men and women, that Trump was. This is the face of those he is freeing, because the Justice Department just wasn't too fair with these people. And then remember I said Kim Kardashian? Yeah, this dude was railroaded into prison, and you know that who she, and let me hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me say this. Kim Kardashian's name that she uses, her official name that she signs on everything, is not Kim Kardashian, because she is not a B film. What do I mean by that? She is not a BTN to Kanye West, because her name is Kim Kardashian West. Yes, that's right. I said it. She took his last name. That's right. I said it. Ooh, that's why they still together and the BTNs have nobody. All right. And her husband are looking at cases where somebody's been railroaded and using their connections. Oh wow, why can't the regular Afro community as a whole use connect? Oh yeah, they despised anybody that would even meet with this guy. So the Afro people that decided to meet with them are getting things done for their neck of the woods, for people they know, for cases they know about. So again, the woman that they despise is getting Afro women freed, Afro men freed, or it could be Pookie's freed and BTN's freed. I don't know at this point. But they saw something wrong with their cases, and so they jumped in and said, no, the system railroaded them. Can you do something? The president did something. Why? Because, oh yeah, they have a path to him. And it's political. But guess who got mad at people for having a path to him? Yep, the BTNs. So that's why they don't get nothing but dust. At the end of the day, all right, at the end of the day, these are the groups that don't want anybody to think as individuals. They want them to think by you, like you. They want you to think like them, which is destructive. And if you don't, they will try to take you down. They will try to destroy your work. They will try to destroy where you live. They will harass you. They will come after your children. Oh, yes, it's in the news. None of this stuff that I'm saying, it has not, none of the things that I'm saying are things that have not been proven statistically and in the news. All right? It is what it is. They don't care, and they let you know they don't care. So, what are we to do about it? Well, nothing, because it is what it is. Only thing we can do is separate from them and let them be totally alone. We don't use our resources to help them. If they ain't with you, then they're not with you. If these women in relationships are not physically with you, where they follow you as an Afro man, where they are a part of your community because they're part of a family that is in your community, meaning that they follow another Afro man, then no, we leave them alone. They're dust to us. With that said, I'm out.